All right, TonyScapone here, and we're going to be playing Turbo Ruby Storm tonight. So as usual, give me just a few minutes to get the word out, and we'll be right back for a quick deck tech and some gameplay. All right, TonyScapone here with the Epic Storm, and we're playing some Turbo Ruby Storm. So it's not terribly different than what you're used to seeing in terms of the lists that I've been putting out, but the deck does have some difficulties not going fast enough sometimes, and the format has gotten faster and faster. So I wanted to test out just a little more than a slight increase, a reasonable increase in speed. We have gone down one land total, and we have gone down 3 mountains. So 3 mountains have been replaced by 2 City of Traitors to speed up, and 2 Spirit Guides. So overall, one more one more mana source. Because we also cut 3 Jeska's Will. And in place of that is the 2 Questing Druid, as well as the 2nd Spirit Guide. Jeska's Will for me has probably been the weakest card. It is inconsistent, and it certainly has a high ceiling, but I wanted to see how this card plays out. It's impressed me more than I thought it would in terms of its use in fair decks. And maybe it's going to be super sweet to have 10 draw 2s. And it's not nothing that you can have another threat through Manamorphose. We can get the green or Lotus Petal, so I'm sure it will come up. Otherwise, the main deck is per usual. We're still playing bonus round, 3 of. Excellent card to beat a lot of hate, aside from maybe Deafening Silence or Archon. Now, Lithomantic Barrage is something that I've had my eye on and that many have suggested previously, especially when mono white with white plume was a huge thing. And at that time, to me, their hands weren't always Archon. They had so much varied disruption that players were keeping Thalia, they were keeping Anointed Peacekeeper, all these other things that we could kind of wiggle around and then wind up just winning with Fiery Confluence. But now their primary way to deal with us is just by Archon, and they don't have too much more that does anything to us, so they're pretty much mulling to it. So you see it turn 1 incredibly often, which is considerably more difficult to deal with via Fiery Confluence, especially when they drop the initiative and give it +2/+2, because now Confluence can't actually kill it. And we have a nice little glitch here where Inspired Tinkering art is on the Fiery Confluence. That's funny. So this card it's, you know, pretty simple. Awesome that it can't be countered, so Chalice on 1 isn't going to stop it. Any counter spells is not going to stop it. It can do 1 damage unless it's white or blue, in which case it does 5. So it kills Archon, it kills Archon, even if they go through the Forge and give it +2/+2. That's why that's there. And we've gone up a Fiery Confluence as well, because Boros is all over the place, so I do want to increase our ways of dealing with that. And we are off the ley lines because they just haven't had quite the impact that I had hoped, whether it be Ley Line of Sanctity or Ley Line of the Void. In its place, a couple Torpor Orbs to help with a couple of our difficult matchups, that being Doomsday or Breakfast. So this is certainly a card that gives them trouble. Maybe it gives us enough time to actually push through and get a win. So that's my thinking on the changes here. We're certainly going to be faster with the Spirit Guides and City of Traitors, so I'm pretty stoked. Let's get some turn 1s, baby. See you in the first round. That didn't work, did it? Hold on.
Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game.
And I do apologize for some technical difficulties here and there. As you can see, the green screen is not perfect. I don't currently have although I thought I had it a lot better than that. It really depends on the lighting on myself. It's the program that we use keeps replacing all of the entire overlay that we created for the Epic Storm with my own. I have to keep going back and fixing it and redoing stuff, and it's been a major pain, but I think I figured out why it keeps replacing it, so hopefully moving forward we can stitch things up and then not have to redo everything every week. But until then, it's going to be imperfect, of course. Green screen is not perfect. Thought I had set up the hotkeys for the ads, but whatever. You don't care about that. What you care about is some sweet, sweet gameplay, which we have right here in front of us. So, playing against, I have the fire. Well, I have the play. How do you like that? Oh, it's one of those hands that is pretty good if we can draw into another mana source. We do have 6 soul lands, but I think it's worth throwing it back. Okay. I mean, this is a fast one. We can go Rite of Flame plus the Spirit Guide and Song and get 5. And even at that point, Burning Wish or Relay. However, you want to be careful. Turn 1 relays with this deck are not necessarily where you want to be. There's a higher density of lands than in comparison to something like the Epic Gamble. It's not quite as explosive. It's certainly a way to fall into the trap of just losing to a single Force of Will. Even like post relay. I think we keep it. And I'm gonna bottom Ren's Resolve. If we can manage to find some sort of other mana with this Metamorphose, we might be able to make some goblins. Really good. There's some risk associated, you know. This is probably the more stable card for the hand, but I think I want to go with the upside. And worst case, we can relay. I know I said you want to be careful, but it's kind of just what this hand does. But there's a lot of spots where, like, you don't or shouldn't be relaying. I just want to Metamorphose now, right? Go ahead and do that. I could have used the Spirit Guide to Rite of Flame, because if we find Ancient Tomb or City, we're actually going to be kind of Oh, we're just getting force right now. Okay, well, that's pitching Murktide. So we're playing against tempo. That is certainly better than them forcing Seething Song, or even worse, Burning Wish post Seething Song. And I do like that we have a basic. All right, we'll pass it over. Now, the changes that we've made should be either comparable or slightly better against tempo, because Jeska's Will was pretty much always the worst card that we have against them. I want to play into Daze. I don't think I want to play into Daze, especially when they don't have a threat in play. Yeah, we don't have Jeska's Will anymore, which is good. We still have a fair amount of basics. We've gone down a couple, which isn't great. And City and Spirit Guide aren't like necessarily great against tempo. Spirit Guide can kind of blow out Daze, which is not nothing. I'd really like to draw a Soul Land. That would be perfect. Bloom Command. What did that do to us? Rained us for 2. Okay. Fine. We only have 4 cards. Can you get a Mana Source, please? Okay, I'll take it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Ruby here. Take it slow. Hopefully they Daze. Pierce, really? Alright. Wasteland. Beans, okay. The bug beans. Possible it's 4 color, but so far looking like bug. If it was 4 color, I don't think you'd be playing Witherbloom Command. That's a pretty good one. Do we just want to assume they don't have another force? 3, 4, 5, 2, because we can still beat a Pierce. Do it. We can get Song in there. 3, 4, 3. Can't actually Burgie if we want to make goblins. We make 8 goblins. Then play Burgie next turn. Right, 2, 3, 4, 3. Or we could go Burgie is 3. Or we could relay for 5. Put a Burgie in play. Let's do that. They counter this, we're kind of in trouble. Now, should have enough to relay. Oh, we get an extra storm, and we already got the Burgie mana, so we can still relay. It's going to be a tough one. There's certainly no guarantee that this relay gets us there. But given our position, it's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, they have more permission. We're probably in a rough spot. As it stands, we can go Ruby into Manamorphose. Ends resolve. Another Bowmaster. 3, we go to 9. Draw card, we'll go to 7. 4, 5, 6. They'll have us at 1. Provided we wind up passing the turn. Although we might just not pass the turn, you know? Yeah, we're gonna need this one. They only have 2 cards. Ruby. Okay. 4 days, 1 time. We're in. We're not gonna questing Druid. Oh, that was a good one. That was a really good one. Okay. Now they're probably in trouble. Friends resolve. Their Seething Song. Okay. Yep. Go seek the beast. Oh, we hit a Burning Wish. Love to find a bonus round. As it stands, we can have 5 mana post Burning Wish. Which is actually just a win with Past in Flames, huh? Any harm in resolving first? I'll go to 5. At worst, Burning Wish will go to 4. Past in Flames down to 1. They definitely don't have days. We can runs resolve. I think we won. Oh yeah. Another Seething Song. Another Impulse. There's a bonus round. Bonus. Ugh. See you later, OP. Yep. That escalated quickly. Nice. Nice Bowmasters, though. Blast zones are in. Hey, Tony. Hey, chat. Love to see some bonus round. Even if it is a win more card or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with that, so. I don't think it is a win more card. For this deck. I do think that the Epic Gamble is a bit more competitive. There is sometimes a win more nature of bonus round, but for the most part, its major function is that it allows you to sidestep a ton of hate. It's also a card that gives us the vast majority of our pseudo deterministic lines where we like actually draw the entire deck, and it is responsible for a lot of the speed that the deck is capable of. Without bonus round, it's really hard to win by just like chaining draw twos together. Okay, so yeah, I'm bringing Blast Zones in. It can deal with hateful permanents while also giving us more land drops against the Wasteland deck. I used to cut bonus rounds, or not bonus rounds, Jessica's Will. I would trim them. I usually did also trim a bonus round. Admittedly, bonus round is not at its best against tempo decks. I'm one of the questing druids. All right. Let's try it. So far, so good. This is fine. I will keep. Also, Blast Zone is a really good way, or not really good, but it's a way of having interaction with some hateful permanents. I mean, for the most part, stuff that they're going to do in terms of permanents, we're going to shrug off. But it's more so incidental that it can interact with their board. It's mostly just adding land drops against the Wasteland Tempo deck. Right, we'll play Mountain. Pass it over. Especially now that they're playing Bowmasters, like, it didn't really speed them up. We're not getting pummeled by Delver on... That's obnoxious. This is why we have a Wish, but it is poor for us to have such a powerful card stripped out of our deck. So we don't want to draw Wish. We want to find Wish when we go off, like when we fully go off and we're just churning through our deck. I don't want to draw it because I don't really want to expose it. If we flip it to like a draw 2, that's pretty risky. That'd be bad if that happened to us. I don't want to play this Impulse. Mostly for that reason, but also if they play Bowmasters here, I can respond with Manamorphose. You could have done it there too. Might as well. Okay. It's fine. They only have 3 cards. Masters is not a particularly fast clock when you're not drawing cards. Alright, deck. Actually okay with lands now. Can we get something else? I would like to play around Days. I think I would also like to... Sorry, I have an itchy nose. Also like to play around Spell Pierce if I can. Okay, well... I'm gonna go Blast Zone. Just play one of these. That's fine. They only have 2 cards. Honestly, I think we're pretty far ahead here. They're flooding out. And we're going to wind up with more meaningful plays with our mana. Our Hydroblast, okay. Lorien revealed. Alright. That's certainly something. I don't have Hydroblast up right now. Stop at the lands. Cast the Impulse. We're gonna force it. Pitching Hydroblast. Wow. Okay. Mountain. And I'm gonna wind up putting a counter on Blast Zone. Wouldn't mind killing this. Oh, never mind. Sure. Still at 11. They only have 2 cards. Honestly, a 2/2 is pretty good here. Pretty good. It was definitely better than Mountain there. And Storm, sure. I mean, at this point, we're falling behind, but only because we've drawn only lands. Almost only lands. Like, we kept a land-heavy hand, which is generally fine, but then drew into a bunch more. There's certainly a way in which it can go wrong. All right, deck. I've got the mana. We have one more opportunity, maybe, here. Means me for 2. It kills me if they swing out. Another Murktide? Sure. Yeah, I mean, we just didn't draw any action. Granted, we had a Burning Wish, discarded, and then we had Burning Wishes taken out of our deck, so we had a lower density of action. But we drew all lands in 1 Rim Pulse. On to game 3. I would still prefer to just generally have a higher density of mana, as they are a tempo deck that is attacking our mana. Does mean, occasionally you're just going to have too much mana. It doesn't mean you need to take some out of your deck and change your sideboarding based on one result from one game. We did have the mulligan because that hand only had a City of Traitors. This one's more reasonable. But we want to just keep trying to jam Burgies. I think so. I just don't really want Burning Wish to get discarded, so... Don't want Burning Wish to get discarded and then Surgical like it did before. And I don't expect Burgie to just resolve and survive. So I think I want 2 of them. And worst case, if one does just resolve and survive, well, Burgie is modal. And the horn is powerful. Okay. So it does play around Spell Pierce nicely. I get Hydroblasted here, I guess. I did kind of want to draw another land, honestly, that I could play instead of City. Jeez. Hydroblast they playing. Alright. Now I want lands. I'll take it. Let's just fire off a Rim Pulse. Try to find some more lands. It's not lands, but it is mana. We're gonna have to interact with this. Beans. They have no Force of Will. We're probably looking pretty good. But I would guess that they do have a Force of Will. Oh my goodness. Let's go deep. Wow. Now we can go Burgie. Ace. We can go Ren's Resolve and still have enough mana for this relay. This is pretty good. Add a force. Wow. Wow. I would have definitely forced. Actually, I would have forced the first Seething Song, but the second one, 100% to get forced. Okay. I mean, pretty good hits. They've got grip of 6, though. See what they can do with it. Ponder, okay. The mana they waste on cantrips is mana they're not using to actually interact on the turn that we're about to kill them. They shuffled. That's good. You like that. What do you got? Murktide? Sure. Draw a card. Tap out. Do nothing. Pass. I like that. Surgical? No. They just had the stop from before. Yeah, I guess I'm playing Ancient Tomb. Going Ruby. Possible they have Force of Vigor, but I mean, this is looking real good. These are all free. Oh, they got Force of Vigor. Oh, Surgical. That's fine. That is fine by me. Ooh. He's in trouble. They're just F6th. Yeah. See you later, OP. See you later. Let's go Morphos. Field. Red. Red. How did they make this somehow worse than it was? Double up on that Rite of Flame. You always want to use non-Burgy mana when available. Friends Resolve. Get 4 cards out of this one. And they're off it. Nice. So we beat a Bug Beans tempo deck. That's pretty cool. So we're 1-0. I will see you in the second round. Let's see if this thing works.
Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks.
All right, we're back in round 2 against the Gens. We won the die roll again. We have a reasonable hand. I will be powering out this Ruby Medallion. It is totally worth using a card to get this out turn 1. Plays around something like Daze. Something like Thoughtseize, Grief. Spell Pierce. And Suddenly our hand looks pretty good. Oh. By pretty, I mean very. Come on. Photo, man. Okay. Well, let's cast one of these. See what this hits. I might just wind up wanting to... Ooh, that's nice. I might just wind up playing Mountain and then just relaying. Saving these. Depends what this hits. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, if I go in on this song and they counter it, that's a bummer. Big time bummer. I can just basically add it to this relay. So now it's not just the 4, but this kind of makes it like a fifth card. And I think generally speaking, they are just in trouble. Ugh. 3 lands, come on. Well, that's a bummer. But still got a lot of gas coming in. We're gonna pending the Ruby. Yep. Alright. I mean, we still have a lot of gas coming in. Burning Wish. Pretty good. Let's go Doom. Song. Oh. Light of Flame. Rimples. Cool. Morphos. Okay. That's the Morphos. Bummer. Burning Wish. No force. It is certainly the type of deck that may very well play sweepers. I think we're actually supposed to relay. Relay for 7. We've taken out so many lands out of the deck. 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 lands are gone. So this should be a lot of gas. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. They're in trouble. Clearly they did not have a Force of Will there. So I think they need like some sort of really powerful brainstorm to get through this one. And this is what I mean by the whole logic of like cutting bonus rounds so that we're better against blue decks. We're really good against blue decks. Like, we're already good against blue decks. Aside from blue combo and some of the tempo decks, but still we have a lot of game. And then we're just extremely good against any sort of hate. Okay. They have a Trop up. Interesting they tapped their Tundra. Brainstorm, you would think they would want to leave swords up. Let's try for a Burgie. They're gonna force it. Okay. Try Rite of Flame. That one's in. Go for a bonus round. Seem to be F6'd. Yes, I don't want to get spell pierced here, but I think they have nothing. Alright, Morphos, and we have won the game. Easy, easy. Red, red. Ruby, huh? Let's play that one. Burning Wish. We get Rite of Flame. We'll get... Past in Flames is correct, but I want to get Tinkering. We just, with what's in our hand, we're already drawing our deck. And I just want the treasures, okay? I want the money. Show me the money. I'll be scooped to this, right? Couldn't cast Ren's Resolve. Just trying to find another bonus round. Some more mana, why not? Ren's Resolve. There's the bonus round. And time to finish them. At this point we could just Grapeshot them, but I kind of like going for Confluence. And for time's sake, we're just going to say no to these. Plus no use showing them other cards that are in my sideboard. B is dead. Like super dead. $24 you? $6, 12, 18 will do. Okay. Some sort of... they got Murktide, Pending. It's probably a Beans deck. Probably 4-color. Either way, I think generally speaking, do the same thing. From a bonus round and a questing druid. They probably have Deafening Silence, so we definitely want these blast zones. Can't force a will blast zone, and it comes in with the exact number of counters that you want against a Deafening Silence. It is literally what the card is for in the sideboard. The direct response to Deafening Silence. Does it have other uses? Sure. If it had no other uses, would we still play it? Probably. But it's flexible enough. Yeah, it's frustrating. So if there's white on the screen, then the green screen goes a little bit wonky. We can keep this. Let's just hope it's not too slow. Oh, we live. We are live indeed. Okay. Vinia. Okay. Watch, we'll draw Lotus Petal immediately after they play it. Oh, I guess not. Guess we just go Mountain. I'm going to cast one of these. For the most part, I want to save it for bonus round. But I think casting one is good. You'd even just kill Lavinia. Don't think we need to. Get a Rite of Flame. Rainstorm, okay. We're definitely capable of going off right now. But we're only gonna have 3 lands in play. Although we could kill this with Barrage. Like we can go Ancient Tomb, bonus round, use Spirit Guide, cast Red Flame or Metamorphose. If they can't counter it, then we do our thing. Morphose even draws a couple cards, but even if they miss, we can Burning Wish for. We're gonna have 2, 4, 6 mana. We could get Barrage for Lavinia and Cast in Flames is probably risky. At that point, it's Inspired Tinkering. Exactly enough for it. Kind of risky against the Force. Let's go for it. They might just like panic, counter bonus round. Two, 3. They did not. Right of flame going. This gets through, we're golden. Oh my goodness. Are hoping that this hits something. Would like to have some sort of follow-up action to this Burning Wish. Anna, give me some additional action, please. Guess not. Be a bummer if they have force now. Oh, they just don't. Yeah, they put a lot of weight on this Lavinia, and it just doesn't really do anything against us. So, yeah, let's go Barrage and Tinkering. Could also go Gambit into Relay. That's pretty funny. Take an extra turn. I think I'd rather... Let's get Tinkering first. And... Is Grapeshot better? Get some additional points of damage. Yeah. Let's go ahead and kill Lavinia. The song. Dude. Couple of things here. One, you have a Force of Will? And two, they messed up. Big time. Because now they can't counter the other Seething Song. So, if you cast the spell post bonus round, and your opponent says, you know, cast some sort of counter spell, and says bonus round trigger on the stack, people like to say on the stack before they do something because they want to do it in response to everything. However, with bonus round, you need to let the trigger resolve as the blue player to counter both copies. So if they go trigger on the stack and then you go, okay, and you say targets, and then they say, you know, both copies, you say, well, the trigger hasn't resolved. And if they say, well, obviously you say judge. They know. You specifically said trigger on the stack. It is not resolved. Choose your targets. Yep. They screwed up. They just have a second force. Are you kidding me? Undeserved. Yikes. All right. So, this happens more often than you would think, where your opponent just lets multiple spells resolve that they absolutely shouldn't let resolve. Which leads you to believe they do not have Force of Will. And then they just actually have it. Like, let's say I had more mana and just had a full grip of cards. Then, you know, you could say they're waiting to like pinch us somewhere or whatever. In which case you'd probably just relay. You know? Okay. Really care too much that they're taking mana away. We already have a ton of land drops. My concern moving forward from this point is drawing mana instead of action. So this is actively helping us. Intentional or misplay? Which one? Do I think what specifically is intentional or a misplay? I mean, obviously they misplayed when they didn't counter Seething Song, or both copies. Not countering the Burning Wish, you mean? Yeah, I mean, there were 2 points where they absolutely should have. When we were tapped out and had Seething Song on the stack. The first one, didn't we cast 2? I forget exactly, but certainly the Burning Wish. You can't let a Burning Wish resolve with a bonus round on the stack. Like, we could have just gotten relay and just ruined them. We're gonna make it happen anyways. 2, 3, 4. I think I actually want to Ren's Resolve. Get some sort of mana. I can get a good relay. If not, we can relay next turn. Hydro Blast. Alright. They've got 2 cards. That's a good one. Pretty good one. Let's cast it. 2, 3, 4, 5. We've really got some options here. Like, I wouldn't even mind making goblins. There's a pretty good chance of winning. Like, literally just 4 goblins. And then follow up with a 2/2. We put Past in Flames in our hand. Cast this relay. That's probably the best. Could also just get another relay and try to relay into relay. Past in Flames. I guess we don't have a ton of mana since they took our mana. Piff is actually somewhat weak. I think I like just getting another relay. Get a relay in for 2. Hopefully we hit a couple of spells here, and then we can hit a bigger relay. We're making land drops, like, Lens Resolve and Lotus Petal. Not bad. Talking about the time where he countered with bonus turn triggers still in the stack. Yeah, that was certainly not intentional. Could be a misunderstanding or just a misclick. But probably not a misclick. Alright, this is probably a Lorien revealed. Is going to draw them 4. So this is going to be pretty exciting. Because we're going to fire off a pretty powerful relay, but then we won't be able to execute that relay turn till after they draw 4 cards. That's assuming that's what they're doing. Putting a Force of Will on top. And drawing 4. Yep. Alright. Now they have 5 cards. That's a good one. Sure. Let's go. Morphos. Red, red. Ew. They have a force, we know that. We go bonus round. 1 left over. The Ren's Resolve. Right, bonus round, 1 left over. The 1 left over plus a mountain. Ren's Resolve. Then we have our remaining mountain, Petal, and Spirit Guide. If they counter either of these, we can still wind up relaying no matter what. 3, 4, 5, 8 mana. We have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 mana. Yeah. Let's go for bonus round. Let's go Petal. Ren's Resolve. They're gonna force. Yep. Okay. And we're going to relay for effectively 7, because we also get the bonus round trigger. Going deep here. Wow, it took us 30 cards to get to Ruby Medallion. Pretty crazy. They have 5 cards. It's not going to be easy. Another Lorien revealed. I mean, it's a lot of cards, but they did tap out. They need specifically forces. 1, 2... 2 accounted for. I'm sure they have some number of force and negation as well. We can probably power through this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We only hit Rimpulse and Burning Wish as action. That's not good. OP. All right, well, I'll take this opportunity to, of course, thank our sponsors, Moxfield and Card Hoarder. And I should mention, as I forgot, that I also have my own channel, TonyScapone, a YouTube channel, Twitch, of which I will be streaming on, the Twitch that is, tomorrow morning, between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Time. They're thinking about surgical. They hit a relay. Okay. But yeah, check me out. Twitch, YouTube. I have a Patreon as well, of which I've been developing the sideboard guide for PO and Legacy. All right, draw action. Good. We needed that. All right, let's go Ruby. All right, not attacking our mana. Probably a good call. Go Rimpulse. No Seething Songs or Rite of Flames. I would like to find Bergie. There we go. Okay, all right. Wish is pretty good. So if we go City Ruby, they let it go. We go Bergie. They let it, or if they counter Bergie, we then have 1, 2 red sources. But it would have to be a Force of Will, and we could follow up with Burning Wish, Grapeshot. That'd be Storm 2, 3, 4. Presumably the counter is 5. They go to 9. Sorry, 3, 4, 5. That'll 6, 7, 8. They'll be at 9, so it'll be 1 shy. We'll just go Bergie now. No, I'm gonna go City Ruby. Bergie. Wow. Resolved. There's Solitude. At this point, it doesn't matter. Just even getting this 1 red is huge here. Just in there. Just completely in there. Okay, so Rimpulse going off. Get a couple lands. That stinks. They're both free, so let's go Wish. Force that one. Go Burning Wish. Again? Oh my god, they have... Unreal. Okay. So, pass it over. 5 cards. To play a fast game 3. Some Murktide? No. Ending. Okay. More beans. And action. Nope. I'm gonna play a mountain. I think red sources are more meaningful right now. I'm gonna keep Blast Zone on 1. Just in case they draw into Deafening Silence. This. Airlingus. Alright, that gets us. Fergie would have been nice. Yeah, that actually wasn't great as far as relays go. I'm not sure I want these blast zones. B1? But in place of a city? I think I want more action. Feel like they don't have Deafening Silence. They're not wastelanding us. Pretty risky. No thanks. It is quite good. It's a tough call, man. Rid of Burning Wish. They mulled a 5. It's possible I should have Burning Wish over Ren's Resolve, but alright, Ruby is in. Best draw is probably Petal. Oh, I thought they were going to drop a Deafening Silence immediately. Smell a Hydroblast. Brainstorm. Right. It's in there. They go beans past, they're probably in trouble. There it is. Morphos. Mountain. Right. Friends Resolve. Get some mana, we can drop a horn. Ooh, baby. One's free. Yep. You in trouble. Red. Ooh, questing druid. Be good. Go. Song. Let's go horn. Force this one. Yep. And they don't draw a card because it's force a negation. Like that. Take the beast. Another one. Okay. Take the beast. Oh. Okay. So let's go bonus round. Then Morphos. Make green. I think that's all the green we need. Wow. So we'll cast this. And this. It's Reckless Impulse. A lot of triggers. Two of those. Play Ruby. Play Healing Song. Lots of mana. Cleanse Resolve. Oops. Wish. This becomes deterministic. Oh, we have Grapeshot too, anyways. So we'll just go for that. And get him with the grapes. That was beautiful. All the way down to 0. We got him. We're 2-0. In round 3.
With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/deck.
All right, smooth sailing thus far. Certainly been challenging, but we have wound up triumphant. Get some Torpor Orbs in there, huh? No, I don't want to see those matchups. No, I do not. But if we do, we're a bit more prepared than usual. Napcaster, round 3. Here we are. We lost the die roll finally. This hand has turn 1 written all over it. We get to go Rite of Flame, Ruby, Petal, Morphos, Morphos. At the very least, it is a massive relay with a Ruby in play. And Windswept Heath is a very good sign for us. Oh yeah, they're gonna have a bad time. Yep. They have a real bad time. Red sucks. Red. Oh. Burning Wish for Rite of Flame. It nets 1 mana. Probably just be relaying though. Could try to rely on these to hit more mana. Keep going. Yeah, let's go for it. All right. Get that Rite of Flame. All right, paid off. Definitely paid off. A much bigger relay. Let's not get any more greedy. Do your worst, OP. I do not care about Collector Roof. Good luck. Also don't care about Gaddock Teague. Or you got a Teague. Let's go Mountain. Rite of Flame. Pergy. Seething Song. Try to find a bonus round. Ding. Really care about Gaddock Teague? Could ignore it. Could also choose to kill it, which is kind of fun, right? Let's give him the old Burning Wish. Do Grapeshot, Past in Flames, Grapeshot. And if they have Endurance, that's okay. We have many wishes. One can go on your face. 1, 2, 1. Rest on your face. Pew, pew. Good stuff. Past Flames. I've had half an eye on the stream. Yay work. Love watching your Ruby Storm vids. They're always awesome. Hey, thanks. Appreciate the support. Technically, I don't even have to cast this bonus round. We're 1 shy on Storm, but then we get the bonus round trigger, so Grapeshot would have actually been exactly lethal. But alright, they're off it. Nice little turn 2 there. That turn 1 was super powerful. Alright. We really don't care about anything that they're doing in terms of disruption. Like, kind of, right? Like, Teague was I don't know, it didn't really thing. We didn't have to kill it. Could have just killed them. But it is feasible that it like tickles us, I guess, is a good way to put it. Collect Roof could tickle us, sure. Fiery Confluence is just a good enough card against them. They're looking to just like combo kill us as soon as possible, but we're gonna beat that. Wrap could be a thing, but generally speaking, bonus round can allow you to play around it. They might have a Deafening Silence is really like the only thing. So let's play these three. Bowmasters. I don't mind trimming here. Trimming a land since we're bringing in two, and we don't necessarily want to go slower. We just kind of need Blast Zone. Much as I do want to go faster, maybe it's nice to just have one less card that actually doesn't do anything against Oof. Oh my. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. It's not just the one lander. It's a one lander on the draw. It's a basic that's not getting wastelanded. I think they're on Cradle Control, in which case they don't play Wasteland, but that's not 100% obvious. Could be some sort of Maverick. Yes. And we have Rite of Flame, so that is annoying. Alright, so it is, in fact, Maverick. Now we really want to find another land drop so we can start casting these draw twos. Definitely a bit tougher. Like, Cradle Control is pretty much a breeze for us. I guess they can have like a fast natural order. But I don't know. If we find a land here, we should be fine. If not, we're probably in trouble. Even if we find a land next turn, we're probably fine. Care about Scoos. I think at this point, relay is no good. Right, well, for the relay. Love the content, and in particular, the Emery ring deck. Yeah, P.O. You did give it a clever name. P.O. doesn't quite do it justice. Keep up the great work. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, sometimes decks just name themselves, like, it's P.O. Okay. We hit a soul land, we're good. Really good. Oh, it's so close. Now they make a 5/3. Hmm. Yep. Alright, they got us. Alright, so it's Maverick. I want these back. Yeah, maybe I can count one. Per orb. Yeah. Rid of Questing Druid. Try this. Oh boy. Alright. I mean, I'm definitely relaying here. It plays ahead of Thalia. Plays into Trap. Flame. Use a Spirit Guide and keep the Lotus Petals on board. Hope we don't get Force of Vigor. Maybe I should have just done vice versa. Into Trap. Yeah, whatever. It's just the Moto thing. Not too often you're going to be running into Trap. We still have some game. Oh. Don't think that's worth playing now. Also don't think it's going to be great next turn, but definitely not worth using all 3 petals. I mean, they might just collect a roof here. It's so dumb that we ran into 3 of our... There's only 4 cards in the deck that this even affects. I guess Horn as well, but it's not a huge part of Ruby Storm. Oh. Okay. I think it's worth trying to spike Soul Land or something so that we can have a bigger relay. All 4 petals, that's funny. Okay. That's this Metamorphose. Red. Also not the worst. Petal. Petal. And relay. Land is not bad. The rest, action. Okay. I can work with that. I think they're just not even playing Collect Roof, which is, you know, probably correct. Stoneford. I don't think they have any other disruptive elements. I think they were just kind of leaning on this Mindbreak trap. Good for us. Only have 4 cards. Should be able to kill them right now. They might have swords. Yeah. They do, they do. I hope they don't. Cast Burning Wish. Resolves? Oh. I'm gonna get Rite of Flame. They want to use their mana to hit our other Rite of Flame. That's fine and expected. They didn't. Interesting choice. What is this Savannah for? Orphos. Let's not fizzle out here. Come on now. Oh my god. This is probably the biggest problem with having a bunch of draw twos. Is there's always that chance you just whiff a Rooney. That is unsettling. And very unlikely. We saw a lot of cards. That was a lot of cards. Now, we could have used the draw twos first and hope to hit mana to power up our Burning Wish. Is of course one of the benefits of Jeska's Will, and it is a suspicion of mine that Questing Druid is not good enough for the deck, and that Jeska's Will is just kind of necessary. It is modal, right? And then when you're digging for action, it is a draw 3, which, by the way, is a draw 6 when bonus round is going. And if we're talking about adding speed, we did reduce speed by taking Jeska's Will out. We introduced speed in such a way that would actually correlate well with Jeska's Will. Spirit Guides and additional soul lands obviously line up quite well with the mana cost that Jeska's Will demands. So if I were to run things back, I think I would. So far, I am liking the Spirit Guide, or the Spirit Guides, and the multiple cities, but I don't think I'm sold on Questing Druid. We need some action here. That is some action. Yes, indeed it is. But we also need to hit real action, okay? Alright. Staying alive. Staying alive. Okay. Taking the beast. You know what? I have to use this anyways, so might as well. Yep, they're going for scoos. That's fine. OP said Questing Druid is a nice touch. It's okay. It's kind of a bummer relying on all these draw twos. Seeking the Beast. Alright. Perfect. Let's go. Three cards. I don't want to walk into Endurance. Tinkering is only 3. I think we're going to wind up reforging the soul. In which case I just want max mana. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 3 post reforge. Becomes 2 if we Questing Druid first, which I don't think is really all that important right now. I just want to max out on mana post reforge. Fiery Confluence is quite good here for what it's worth, but I think we can do better. That's a yes. Because Past in Flames can lose to Endurance. Tinkering is only 3 cards. We don't have a bonus round going. Relay, I'm not interested in winning next turn. I'd like to win right now. Empty is just not good, especially against that GT. So it's Reforge. I'm just gonna cast it. Now, we could put some Mindbreak traps into their hand. They did not have Endurance, but still stand by the play. Alright. Looking quite good. Let's go Ruby. A little bit problematic if they have Force of Vigor. In fact, it's quite problematic. They don't. So it's all good. No worries. And they're dead. They are definitely dead. Some more. Pulse again. We have to find one more mana. Storm is getting pretty high though. Not yet found it. So yikes. And we're getting a lot of burning wishes. Gonna get Grapeshot. And a lot of these are gonna be good till next turn, so let's get Shake a Gambit, but I can't. Might as well get Barrage, it's pretty free. Then we can Burning Wish again. And we can get Confluence and Past in Flames. And we can Barrage. Copy. Forge, I guess. Then a Grapeshot. At night. Alright, that only does 1 damage to this. Wait, if I'd hit them 21, 16, 6. No, we still couldn't have killed them. Super close though. I mean, pretty much dead. Can't believe we didn't hit something that net us meant. No! Freaking Moto, man. I think it matters, but stupid Moto. Does City Trays worth it to buy? Play in a commander format? I don't play enough commander to know. It's definitely a powerful card. So I would think so. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. It's a little better, but still not enough. Another Confluence, that's funny. Okay, so we go Tomb. Play Ruby. You're lagging. B. Thank you. Now song costs 2. Dahlia makes it cost 4, but then Ruby brings it back down to 2. And now we can play another Ruby. Makes song cost 1. This costs 5 minus 3. Confluence costs 2. Go. You gonna put me through all that and then not even let me kill you? Come on. All right, well, we got him. We are 3-0. I gotta use the restroom. So I'm gonna hit the search. And hit this and see you in round 4.
Want early access to articles at theepicstorm.com? Become a member of our Patreon to get articles 7 days early, on top of other sweet benefits, and help us pay our website team. You can sign up at patreon.com/theepicstorm.
Oops, sorry. What's going on, 8.8? Glad you could be here. Okay, opponent plays initiative. Oh, this is not exactly the hand that you want against initiative. However, we do want to be able to go fast. I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna regret it. Mull to 5. Like, we do have a lot of red sources that are outside of Lotus Petals, so if they do just keep like a weak Chalice on 0 hand, we certainly can just draw a mountain. On 1. Ooh, plus Chalice on 0? No. Huh. That's surprising to me. Hmm. This hand is very close, but doesn't... It's 1 mana shy of, like, winning on the spot. If we go Song... No, Rite of Flame doesn't do anything with Chalice. Song, Bergie, we only have 2 left. Rens Resolve, but it would really have to hit a Petal. Song bonus round, Rens Resolve gives us 4 off of Rens Resolve. I think I want to get Bergie in play, though, is the thing. We go Song, Ren, Relay. On a week 2. Also just play Bergie. We have 1 card. And then if at any point we hit a red source, we're just in. No, I think it's a bummer to use Song, but I want to get Bergie in play, and we do have to move forward a little bit. We'll just hold on to this bonus round. Yeah, it's a bummer. We gotta hit a red source. Gotta hit a red source. Just off it. Okay. Oh, that... That would have been a red source, all right. That would have turned into a massacre. Yep. Looks like they're playing mono red, which is really good for us. Bring in a Confluence. Might as well bring in the Blast Zones. I'm a city. Maybe it is Relay. It is fine. Line of the Void. Really care about that one. Don't really care about that one. Mountain and Pass. It's fine. That is fine by me. They have 3 cards. What's funny is thanks to bonus round, like we could ignore these and not even kill them. You just want to put Bergie into play. Two, 4. Bonus round 1. Initiative. Okay. Fine. Orphos is mana neutral. Guess that makes me a little more inclined to just go for it now. We can go Song up to 6, Mountain is 7. Bonus round effectively costs 2. We got a 5. Burning Wish puts us to 3. We get 2 things. And we can't Confluence from there. Oh, bonus round. So I can Manamorphose at that point because bonus round is active. Then I'll have enough mana to use Confluence and something. Okay. You're dead. Bonus round action. Yeah. Morphos action. Dead. Get this new thing. Oh, are we gonna just draw it? Okay. Fine by me. Let's go. Target artifacts. 2. Easy game. Boink. Boink. Petal. Imagine they scooped a Burning Wish here. Tinkering. Yes. Reforge. Really matter, right? Go. String. Guess if they have a trap here, it's a problem, but it's pretty clear they don't. Yep, that's gonna wrap things up nicely. I think we're on to the trophy match here. Seems like an easy game to me. I don't know. Bird Magic was a hard game, though. Seems easy. All right, let's play Ruby for the namesake. Find a wish. Funny that they scooped when they did last time, but they're just sticking around here. All right, we got them. We're 4-0. Time for the trophy match. I'm going to do a restart here. Just a moto restart. It's getting pretty laggy. Be right back. Oh, that hotkey doesn't work. Well, I'm back. So fast. Back immediately. You didn't even see me go. That's how quick I was. Right on cue, baby. All right. This is for the trophy. All the marbles played against red and snap 1. We rolled a 1. It's pretty embarrassing. Don't judge me. Well, this is a test. I don't think questing druid is not good enough. I am enjoying the spirit guides and the 2 soul lands. I think we can benefit from the speed, and we are benefiting from it. Keep this. This one's slow, but I'll keep it. A draw. I'm gonna put the relay down. Things are already pretty slow. I don't think we need to slow down even more. Even if we're against the blue deck, I think this hand is pretty competitive. Our absolute worst matchup. Lose the die roll. In addition to that, like, we're not playing ley lines anymore because we're just conceding this matchup. We're just saying it continues to perform terribly at large paper events. Continues to hover around 40 to 45% win rate. But we're on Moto. Moto's a different beast. We don't have ley lines. Basically, what we have is we sped up. So we are hoping to wind up with some turn 1s. Problem is game 3. And game 2 is still going to be a problem. It's a lot less so. And is getting shredded. I can't stand this card on Moto. I really can't. You're probably sick of hearing it from me, but I just, having to sift through this. Chose Entomb. Ritual's gone. He got and cast the Lotus Petal. Thoughtseize, Swamp, Grief. Brand. Mated Archon. Discard. 1. It's 7. Okay. Worst possible situation. Okay, that's probably the best possible draw. They have 9, 16 coming in, so we have to draw. I don't think anything wins here. Okay. Want Torpor Orb? I guess so. Maybe not. No, we just want to go fast. We just want to try to turn 1 them. We're 4-0. This is for all the marbles. Except we have hit our worst matchup and lost the die roll. Reanimator. I just don't think it's worth it to try and prepare for this matchup anymore. And I don't think that Leyline of Sanctity was impactful enough. So I'd rather just say Reanimators, whatever. But we have sped up, so maybe we can go off. As much as I don't like doubling the cost of the deck, I would say that the 2 cities and 2 spirit guides have been good. This is not the one. This is very close. They mulligan to 6. We can go up to 4 mana. Bonus round down to 1. We go up to 4 mana. Rimples to 2. It hits like land seething song we're in. Does allow us to play around discard a bit. Okay. Alright, Spirit Guide, Rite of Flame, Rimpulse. I think I'm obligated to cast this Metamorphose. Feels bad, but I don't think we have much of a choice. That's still pretty rough. I wanted to be able to cast this Bergie. Yikes. We need Ancient Tomb. We also need them to keep some sort of hand that was relying on, like, dealing with Leyline. This matchup is so impossible. Yep. Pretty rough. I mean, I'm wishing we just kept one of those medium hands. Relay. Thought we took that out. No, we didn't. We thought better of it. Funny enough, Torpor Orb would have been pretty good. Could be worth it. Yeah, sure. Alright. I've seen enough. Darn, what an anticlimactic finish. 4-0 into lose the die roll against your worst matchup. It happens, though. That's magic. Alright, let's check out the list one more time. If I can find it. Restarted Moto, so this is a little bit jumbled. Let's get back in there. Oh my god, whatever. Okay. So, I don't think Questing Druid is good enough. I think 10 draw 2s is just too much. There's certainly a certain level of risk that is associated with just having a draw 2. It's not very deep, right? 2 cards is not a ton. So, you do run into quite a bit of variance. The deck needs some sort of density of lands. Like 15 lands isn't a ton, obviously, but without actual card selection, I think you run into the risk of just drawing into flooding out, which happened to us a couple of times. And I think the high ceiling explosiveness possibility of that Jeska's Will provides is probably just too important a component, which is why I've never actually cut the card, but I did want to try it. Having said that, the 5th and 6th Soul Land, as well as the 2 Spirit Guides, going down 1 land overall, but then up another initial mana source by going -1 land plus 2 Spirit Guides, I think was fine. I think Spirit Guide in some capacity is actually quite good. similar to what I found with the Epic Gamble, that sure, Spirit Guide is poor with relay and all these exile effects. However, if it's in a slot that otherwise would have been a land, then a vast majority of the time, that land would have been just as bad as a Spirit Guide would have been for an exile effect. You know, i.e. when you exile multiple lands. So once you get some sort of efficiency down pat in a list, you can replace some number of lands with Spirit Guides, and it mitigates what is the largest issue for this card within these shells. And then we're able to take advantage of the speed that it provides. When it's your first red source, it's not like you're losing out on Berkey. I guess like Petal is better for relay, right? Just straight up in terms of Storm. But it is still very helpful to get the initial red source for Berkey, or just having more red sources and speeding up. So it felt pretty good. The city felt good. I haven't really missed the ley lines. Sure, if we had Leyline of the Void, we would have had a better chance against them, but it's still abysmal. It's just, I don't think it's a matchup that's worth like trying to fix. Rather, I mean, we didn't have to play against Boros Initiative, so we didn't truly get to test this card, but I know it's going to be good. I always knew it was going to be good. And I went through my logic earlier, but basically when mono white with White Plume was a thing, I didn't play it because they had so many disruptive cards that most people would keep hands, not just based on mulling to Archon. In which case, most of the time, you just had enough time to resolve a Fiery Confluence, and it would actually kill Archon, whereas now they're just mulling to Archon because it's like the only relevant card in their deck. And then if they follow it up with the initiative, their Archon is actually 5 toughness, and it dodges Confluence. So I think this is kind of a requirement at this point, especially considering Boros is very popular and very good right now. And then Torpor Orb is to help us with a couple of our other tough matchups, that being Doomsday and Breakfast. So we didn't really get to test like the other spots, but obviously they're going to come up and have some serious impact in those matchups. You don't really need to test them to know that. When it comes to Torpor Orb, bring in another Confluence so it's actually in your deck. And this card is just obviously going to be good against Archon, and it's actually pretty flexible. So if I were to recommend a list, I would say that these are positive changes and that I would not play. However, Questing Druid, I would cut those for 2 Jeska's Will. It would just play 2 Jeska's Will. If you want to play a third and cut a Mountain, but that's probably a bit risky, then just be a little more judicious about your openers. Use the London Mulligan. But I'm sure I'm rambling at this point, so I certainly want to thank our sponsors, Moxfield and Card Hoarder. And I do want to plug myself as well. I have my own YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon. On my Patreon, you can find sideboard guides for certainly updated for PO and Legacy, as well as some older sideboard guides for the Epic Gamble and traditional Black Saga Storm. Siege the Mirror. But check it out. I will be streaming tomorrow morning on Twitch, somewhere around 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern. I'll probably be playing PO. So hope to see you there. Thanks for hanging out. And of course, please become a member at the Epic Storm. All right? You get all sorts of sweet perks. You can scroll down, check that out. It even helps me out. And it's a great way to support those who work a lot to provide content such as what you see in front of you now. So, you know, if you're enjoying this sort of thing, consider supporting, you know, not just myself, but of course the Epic Storm directly. It is, of course, not a requirement. There is plenty of free content like you are seeing right now. You know, we don't expect or require that anyone give money to us, right? But I don't know. That's about it. Hope you all had a good time. I had a blast. This was sweet. See y'all next time.